Next year is 2023, and there is a lot of noise, a lot of expectations that are in the mind of a lot of Nigerians, both Nigerians here and Nigerians abroad, about 2023. Precisely because in 2023 we are going to be having a general elections in Nigeria, and this election will be cutting across the presidential election, the gubernatorial election, and even the primary concentration right now is on the presidential election. And because of the entire expectations about that year 2023, these have also trickled down into the real estate industry and the real estate markets here in Nigeria. And for a couple of months now, since June, we've got a number of our contacts, a number of our investors, particularly people abroad, that are just no, Rabi, we are holding on for now, we are not doing anything for now, Nigeria is paused for now, we just want to see how everything goes, and then after the election we'll be coming back and then see what is happening, if everything is still calm, and that will determine if we are going to invest or not. So I find it interesting that, okay, let's do a topic. Let me talk about the 2023 elections, the 2023 Nigeria elections, and how this election is affecting the real estate industry here in Nigeria. So in case you are coming across a video like this for the first time, this is Meet the Property Guy Property channel, and this is your one-stop channel for everything real estate here in Nigeria. Either it's Lagos, it's Abuja, is whatever market that you are looking at for real estate here in Nigeria, you want to come to this channel, because here we share tips, guides, and advice on property documents, property analysis, property reviews, locations, what to invest, where to invest, and also how you can maximize your investment and make very good returns. And most importantly, how you can secure your investment to avoid some certain risks that are attached to investing in real estate, either in Nigeria or even in Lagos specifically. So if this is your first time watching our videos, I also suggest after watching this particular topic, you also go to any of our playlists on real estate companies, on real estate scams, on real estate documents, on Ibejuleki, on Lekki, on Lagos mainland. That's just so many subjects, so many topics that we have covered under each of these playlists. So let's go into the topic, how the 2023 elections is affecting Nigeria real estate. Now, the major reason why a lot of investors, both Nigerians here and Nigerians abroad, are holding on to investing because of the 2023 election is panic. People are panicking because of the uncertainties about the outcome of the results, and also the consequences of whoever emerge as the winner of the elections. Based on the recent experience when we had the 2015 election between Jonathan and Buhari, then these same uncertainties also were there, and a lot of people were panicking about an incumbent president have not lost election in Nigeria before. There will be this, there will be that, there will be chaos, there will be crisis and everything. But we realized that after the election, the person that emerged the winner emerged as the winner. The person that lost also admitted defeat, and everything went smoothly. See, the effect of panic in real estate is even positive, because the biggest time to make a lot of return in real estate is in two scenarios. Number one scenario is the period when people are not buying, and the second scenario is the period when everyone is selling. You see, people that bought when every other people were panicking, they are always going to make more returns than people that buy at the normal time. And people that bought when every other people were selling will also make more return when the situation has become calm. So if you are being uncertain about the 2023 election and the outcome of the election and the effects of the election on real estate, if every other person is panicking because of that, that is an opportunity for you. That is an opportunity for investors, because people that buy now when the panic is there, when other people are stepping back, but them they are buying, they are continuously buying and buying more, they are going to make more returns, because by the time everything settled, the election is over, we got the new president, we got the new winner, and everything is back to norms, and you want to come to start buying, then you are going to be buying higher because the situation is calm. But the uncertainties right now is even a benefit and an opportunity for investors. Now, the second point is that there is a global economic crisis right now, particularly because of the Russia-Ukraine war. And this ongoing war has had a big triple effect on the European countries' economy. The cost of gas, inflation rates, even food items have gone up high, have gone up high in a lot of European countries, and even the US economy also gradually is also being affected by the global economy crisis and the effect on supply chain, particularly a lot of commodities that is coming from Russia and commodities that is coming from Ukraine, and different sanctions the European countries, European Union and the US have also labeled on Russia have affected a lot of global supply chain. So which means that the global economy is even expecting or experiencing an inflation, a huge inflation rate right now. So this is not a time when you want to keep cash. Regardless of whatever the current exchange of pounds to naira, dollar to naira, euros to naira is right now, your cash will always still depreciate because there is a global inflation. And that global inflation is also affecting our economy here. It's also affecting real estate here. And one thing about real estate is real estate has an edge over inflation. The period when everything is going up and everybody is complaining, real estate investors are always cashing out. Higher rental income, higher appreciation rates, higher return on investment when they are flipping too. So keeping cash right now to wait till 2023 when the election have settled or everything have become a norms is not advisable, because there is, even apart from the inflation rate in Nigeria, there is even a global inflation rate everywhere affecting every cash. So every cash you keep, regardless of either you are bringing into the Nigerian economy or any economy that you are taking that cash into, is losing value the longer you keep that cash. So you want to put your cash, you want to put your money into assets, you want to put them into investments that has an edge over inflation, and that's real estate. So the dollar can become 700 to 1 naira, the pounds can become any value to 1 naira. You are not going to be looking at the exchange rates, you are going to be looking at the market value. That's it. You are going to be looking at the market value. Even if you change $1 to 750 next year, property will still rise to keep up. That's one thing. A lot of people that have invested maybe 5 years ago, 3 years ago, they have understand that particular secret. Even if the exchange rate of dollar goes up, by the time you come back to buy whatever property, whatever asset that you want to buy, you have realized that that property have also gone up, have appreciated to match up the current exchange rates. So that's why you don't want to keep cash, you don't want to wait, you want to invest early so that you are not paying more. Your cash that you have now is not losing value, and you can tap into the opportunity that you are buying early, not buying later. Now the third point is, as I always advise, always diversify. Now real estate is more than just buying a property or buying a building to rent out, to put on short let for residential purposes alone. No, real estate, anything that you are doing on the land is real estate. If you are farming or doing anything agricultural on the land, is real estate. If you are doing anything commercial or industrial on the land, is real estate also. So it's high time you start diversifying your real estate portfolio for agricultural purposes and commercial purposes too. So all your investments will not just be residential apartments, residential plots, residential land and so on, but now you have investment, you have real estate for agricultural purposes, you have investment, you have real estate for commercial purposes. So regardless of the need of people at the time, because one thing about residential real estate is that once people's income is affected, maybe people are not earning as much as they could, is going to affect your real estate investment. Because if you are charging people 1 million naira per annum on for your apartment, to get your apartment, if their source of income is affected, they may not be able to afford to pay that 1 million per annum. But regardless of people's income, they are still going to need to eat. So your investment for agricultural purpose at that time will start thriving, because people will need to farm. And if you are farming yourself, you can lease out the property for people that want to farm. They just pay you, you collect your annual lease rent. Or you even do the farming yourself, there will still be a demand for it, because people will still eat, regardless of however their income is affected. People will conveniently move out of a higher rental area to a lower rental area just to ensure that they can still meet their basic need of food. So it makes sense for you to also diversify your investment, not just residential land, not just residential estates, not just residential apartments, but also start to do real estate for agricultural investment too. And then also start to do real estate for commercial investment too, particularly in the major cities in Nigeria: Lagos, Port Harcourt, Abuja. All these major cities, Onitsha, have commercial real estate there, because we've realized based on assessment that landlords charge higher when people are renting their space for business than to live. In most places in Lagos, people charge higher for a shop than for a room. A room can be renting for like maybe 10,000 naira per month. That same shop, that same area, that same building, they'll be renting a shop for 15,000 per month. Even the shop may not even be big as large as the room. So landlords will always charge higher when they know that that space you are renting is for business. And one thing about commercial investment is the people that are renting or that are leasing your space for business, as long as that business is thriving, they are at your mercy, because you can continuously increase the rent as long as you can. They will not want to move out there, because they know how much they are also making in return in that location. So they will be at your mercy. So you can always change your terms, you can always change your rent. They are still going to want to pay, because that's where they are doing business. So diversify your real estate portfolio, particularly in this period of time where everyone is panicking, where everybody is being uncertain. Now you don't just want to position yourself for residential real estate for people that want to live, for people that want to buy to build, but you also want to position yourself for agricultural real estate for people that will need a place to farm, agricultural real estate for people that will, for you to provide food also, either poultry, piggery, cash crops, whatever crops that you are. You can even go into processing in all of these storage, agro farms. In all of these agricultural investments. I also want to diversify into commercial investment too. You can buy block of shops, you can invest in office spaces, you can buy commercial plots, you can invest in shopping plazas, just to also position yourself that even if the economy is affected and people can't even earn enough for the places that they are staying, they will still want to pay as much as they can for places that are doing business, and also pay as much as they can for their own basic need of food. So you understand now. So the 2023 election might be uncertain. The consultation might be about on the presidential elections, and people have the uncertainties. People are panicking. People are afraid. This is an opportunity for investors. Life favors the bold. It's people that are bold enough to make giant steps when everyone is stepping back, but then they step forward. Those are the people that make the biggest return. So you understand now. So these are the opportunities that are still available despite the panic, despite the fear, and despite the high expectation on the 2023 election that you can tap into. And regardless of the outcome of the result, you are still going to be smiling to the bank. So, as even number one property on the planet, your property advisor, property consultant, Rabiu Mustafa, and based on these different opportunities that I mentioned, the opportunities in the agricultural space of real estate, the opportunities at the commercial space of real estate, trust me, you want to reach me so that you can tell you different available locations, the different investment opportunities in this space, so I can diversify your portfolio, not just on residential real estate, but agricultural and also commercial real estate. As I always say, now property I dey sell. So as you guys are also learning and getting a lot from the tips and guides that we are sharing on our videos, trust me, you want to reach us, you want to view our portfolio, you want to know what we have for you that are going to position you to make a lot of returns. Remember, the more you are saving cash, the more you are losing money. So you want to put the money that you have right now, particularly with all the inflation that is growing, not even in Nigeria but globally, you want to put those money into assets. Now, regardless of the inflation rate, the assets will still be rising to meet up with that inflation rate and inflation value. So as you know, property guide planet, property advisor, property consultant, Rabi Mustafa. If you have learned a lot from this video, give us a thumb like, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our very upcoming informative guides. Thanks, and see you later.